President-elect Joe Biden's agenda set to collide with President Trump's upcoming impeachment trial. Biden telling Congress to focus on both at the same time. Quote, I hope they'll deal with their constitutional responsibilities on impeachment while also working on the other urgent business of this nation. But there are concerns an impeachment trial could slow down Biden's ambitious agenda. We're getting details of his new COVID stimulus plan. It comes with a nearly $2 trillion price tag, and it includes a new round of $1,400 stimulus checks, billions more for testing and vaccines, and $350 billion more for state and local governments. Jesse, what do you think of this? I mean, clearly the newly elected president wants to get some business done, and he's saying that both can be done at the same time. Is that realistic?
No, I think he's already been emasculated by Nancy and Chuck. This is the guy that won more votes than anybody in American history, and he's hoping that these two politicians can get around to passing his agenda. I mean, he just won. Act like you won, Joe. Throw your political weight around. You have political capital. Why are you begging these two politicians that have approval ratings in the low 30s if they could maybe pretty please get around to doing what you campaigned on, which is COVID relief and economic relief? I think there are three reasons why he's been so weak on this. I know Dana likes lists in three, so we'll make her happy today. One, Joe Biden is an institutionalist at heart. He's spent his whole career in the Senate, and he has great deference for Congress. You know, he believes, as what the Constitution says, that co-equal branches of government, and he doesn't care if his agenda clashes with the will of Congress. Also, the guy's a rank partisan. He plays off like this big bipartisan statesman, but deep down, he's got a really wicked and nasty partisan streak. He's the one that went after Flynn and Clarence Thomas, says Republicans want to put blacks in chains, just called Republicans Nazis the other day. Those are his true colors. So I think he wants Trump impeached. He doesn't care. And number three, Joe Biden, deep down, is an insecure man, because he knows he doesn't have the leadership skills to be the commander-in-chief. He plagiarized his way through life. He got lucky when Obama tapped him as VP. And then he got even luckier when COVID knocked Trump off the scene and corporate America dragged him across the finish line. So this guy's a go-along, get-along kind of guy, and I just don't think he has what it takes. Yeah, so Pete, I think that a lot of people would say, well, good, let's see some leadership from Joe Biden right now. President Trump, for the most part, has been kind of off the stage. But the problem, I think, for Biden, maybe he doesn't have a cabinet. We right now have acting people at Justice, Defense, Homeland Security. Is that going to be a problem for him to get started without having a team in place?
Well, he's only making that problem worse for himself. Consider that tweet. He talked all about how, hey, do your thing with impeachment, and oh, by the way, my stuff on the side. This is a guy who spent like 400 years in the Senate, okay? He knows how the Senate works. Jesse made the point yesterday, which is spot on. The Senate doesn't work dual track. Oh, yeah, we'll just knock out this impeachment over here while we get Joe Biden's agenda and all of his cabinet members confirmed at the same time. It doesn't work that way. Oh, by the way, they also have a 50-50 margin. If Biden wanted to show any leadership at all, he would call off Nancy Pelosi, not send the articles over, say this Donald Trump has been punished the way I wanted him to be. I'm the president now. Here's my agenda. We got to address COVID. We got to get people confirmed. But he won't do it because he's ultimately beholden to the rage of the left, which was more about hating Trump than liking Biden. The only thing I would disagree with Jesse on is I don't think Biden has as much political capital as we think, because so much of why people supported him is because they couldn't stand Trump. There's nothing they necessarily say, oh, yeah, Joe Biden's my guy because of what again? I'm not sure. So we'll see where he spends his political capital.